Have you ever wondered which approach really works better for fat loss, intermittent fasting or the ketogenic diet? Both are incredibly popular. Both claim to burn fat, improve energy, and even boost longevity. But if you're trying to slim down or improve your health, you might be asking, which one should I choose? That's exactly what we're going to unpack today. We'll explore how intermittent fasting works compared to keto, the pros and cons of each method, who might benefit more from one over the other, and most importantly, how you can make the best choice for your body, lifestyle, and long-term results. So, let's dive in. Quick note before we begin. This video is for educational purposes only. It's not a substitute for medical advice. Always speak with your healthcare provider before making major changes to your diet or lifestyle, especially if you have a medical condition, take medication, or are considering supplements. Part 1. The basics of intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting, or IF for short, isn't about what you eat. It's about when you eat. The most common method is the 16-8 approach. You fast for 16 hours, usually overnight, and eat all your meals within an 8-hour window. Other variations include 20 hours fasting, 4 hours eating, OMAD, 1 meal a day, or the 5-2 method where you eat normally 5 days a week and restrict calories on 2 days. But what happens during that fasting window? When you go several hours without food, insulin levels drop. Insulin is the hormone that tells your body to store energy. Lower insulin allows your body to switch from burning glucose to burning stored fat. Fasting may also promote autophagy, a cellular cleanup process where old and damaged components are recycled. Most of the evidence comes from animal studies, but early research suggests humans may benefit too. The appeal of intermittent fasting is its simplicity. You don't have to count carbs, weigh food, or track calories. You just eat during certain hours and avoid food during others. But does that simplicity translate into fat loss? We'll compare in a moment. Part 2, the basics of the keto diet. Now let's look at keto. The ketogenic diet is high in fat, very low in carbohydrates, and moderate in protein. Typically, carbs are limited to 20 to 50 grams per day. That's less than what you'd find in a single bagel. By drastically cutting carbs, your body enters a metabolic state called ketosis. Instead of relying mainly on glucose, your liver produces ketones from fat. These ketones become a major fuel for your brain and muscles, alongside fatty acids. The appeal of keto is that it essentially trains your body to become a fat-burning machine. Many people report rapid weight loss in the first weeks, not just from fat, but also from water, as glycogen stores are depleted. Keto also tends to suppress appetite for many people. High-fat, high-protein meals keep you fuller longer, which can make it easier to eat less without consciously restricting calories. But keto is more restrictive. Bread, pasta, rice, fruit, and even certain vegetables are mostly off the table. That can make it challenging for long-term sustainability. Part 3, how they burn fat differently. Both EF and keto lower insulin, both promote fat burning, and both shift your metabolism away from relying on glucose. But they do it differently. Intermittent fasting lowers insulin by not eating. It's like giving your metabolism a break. Keto lowers insulin by cutting carbs. It forces your body to run on fat fuel even while eating. In other words, fasting is about timing. Keto is about food choice. And here's the kicker. They can overlap. Many people who fast slip into mild ketosis, and many on keto naturally eat less often because fat and protein reduce hunger. Part 4, scientific evidence for fat loss. Intermittent fasting. Studies show intermittent fasting can be as effective as continuous calorie restriction for weight loss. It may also improve insulin sensitivity and reduce belly fat. Maintaining lean muscle is possible, especially if you pair IF with enough protein and strength training. But if you overeat during your eating window, you can cancel out the calorie deficit. Keto diet. Research shows keto often leads to faster weight loss in the first 2 to 3 months compared to low-fat diets. But over the long term, the advantage tends to level out, since adherence is the biggest factor. Keto may improve blood sugar and triglycerides, but LDL cholesterol can rise in some people. So the science says both can work. The key is sustainability. Part 5, pros and cons of intermittent fasting. Pros, simple and flexible. No need to track macros or cut out food groups. May improve digestion and give your gut a daily rest. Can be combined with almost any eating style. Cons, hunger, fatigue, or irritability at first. May be harder for people with very active jobs or training schedules. Socially, skipping meals can feel isolating. Part 6, pros and cons of keto. Pros, rapid initial fat loss, appetite suppression for many people, may improve blood sugar and triglycerides, provide steady energy without carb crashes. Cons, restrictive, many foods are off limits, socially challenging, especially eating out. Risk of nutrient gaps if not well planned. Possible keto flu symptoms during adaptation. LDL cholesterol may rise in some individuals. Part 7, who might benefit more from each. If you struggle with portion control or late night snacking, intermittent fasting may be easier. If you have frequent carb cravings or trouble managing blood sugar, keto may help stabilize energy levels. If you value flexibility, intermittent fasting gives more food freedom. If you want rapid short-term results, keto often delivers faster. Part 8, can you combine them? You don't actually have to choose. Many people combine keto with intermittent fasting. Eating keto meals during your eating window may make fasting easier, since fat keeps you satisfied. This combo can accelerate fat loss for some, but it's also more restrictive, which can feel overwhelming. Part 9, sustainability is the real winner. At the end of the day, the best diet is the one you can stick to. If intermittent fasting feels like freedom, it could be your long-term solution. If keto curbs your cravings and gives you energy, it may be your path forward. But if either feels like punishment, the results won't last. Because fat loss isn't about short-term hacks. It's about habits you can live with. Practical tips to get started. For intermittent fasting, start slow. Try a 12-hour fast overnight and gradually extend to 14 or 16 hours. Water, tea, and black coffee are fine during the fast. For keto, focus on whole foods, avocados, eggs, fish, nuts, leafy greens. Limit processed keto snacks. Track carbs to stay in range. For both, pay attention to energy, sleep, and mood, not just the number on the scale. Final thoughts. So, intermittent fasting versus keto. Which one works better for fat loss? The truth is, they both work, but not equally for everyone. Intermittent fasting may be best if you want flexibility and simplicity. Keto may be best if you want rapid fat loss and appetite control and don't mind restrictions. And for some, a blend of both works well. If you found this breakdown helpful, consider giving this video a like. It really supports the channel. And if you're new here at Next Level Vitality, don't forget to subscribe for more science-based strategies to improve your health, energy, and longevity. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.